Hello, my name's Mel, welcome to my world, and for those of you that are new to my channel, I'm currently turning this Mercedes Sprinter into an off-grid, go anywhere, sleep anywhere, kind of stealthy camper van. So if that's something that interests you, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Now today's video is a bit of a follow-up, and I'm sorry to say it's about my TV again. Well, actually I'm not sorry to say because I'm quite excited. I got a message when I uploaded this video from another campervan channel, and that channel is, he sent me a comment and I quote, "I brought exactly the same TV, pal. You can actually turn it into a 12-volt TV. I did it to mine. You just need to solder a 12-volt cigarette plug to the connection in the back. When you open the back, there's a tiny square that says 12-volt and 2 pins. Solder positive and negative, and presto, 12-volt TV." So I thought, let's give it a go. Let's get that telly off the wall, open the back up, and just see if we can turn it into a 12-volt TV. Right, so I took the TV off the wall. As you can see, this is a bit naff, this bracket, so I'm going to take this opportunity to tighten this up. So if one good thing comes from this, I'll have this all nice and tight. So let's take the back off. I wonder if this is going to invalidate my warranty. Take the back off. There's a square that says 12-volt. Right, let's have a little look. Let's take all these screws out. There we go, look at this. You see that? It actually says 12-volt on there. And then next to it, it says power PWR upgrade. Could that be it? Do I dare put 12-volt on there? See what happens? What's the worst that could happen? So I'm looking at this tiny little plug, right, and I'm thinking I've seen this plug somewhere before. I'm racking my brains, where have I seen this type of plug before? And it suddenly occurred to me, on my drone battery. This is like one of those real cheap generic drones that I brought just for the fun of it, and the lead kind of fits in there, and if I plug it in, it kind of makes a funny noise. I get a little popping sound from the speaker, so I know I've got a good connection there. So I'm going to cut that lead off this battery, because this battery is only 3 volts, 3.7 volts, and these are just cheap rechargeable batteries anyway. So I'm going to cut that lead off, plug it in, and then attach some other wires and stuff. Bear with me, we'll see if this works. Now, just to keep you in the loop, this plug, if I hold it up close to the lens, you can see it's got these wings on the side. They do kind of slide in to the slots in the side of this little tiny plug, but the slots on the plug don't go all the way down that square bit, so I'm going to trim these off. So I've modified this a little bit. You can see I've trimmed a little bit of those off, and now it actually goes in and fits in there nice and solid now. Right, so I've got my pliers, and I'm going to cut one at a time. I'm not going to cut through both of them because it might cause a short in the battery. So I just cut one at a time. I really don't know if this is going to be safe or not, because if these wires are going to be thick enough to take 12 volts, that's the only thing I'm worried about. So I'm going to strip the casing off. But looking at this plug, it is tiny, so I don't think it draws a lot of ampage. It can't do. So let's hope it's all right. See what happens. Is it going to fry my telly, or is it not? No, nothing's working. This lead is actually getting quite hot, so yeah, I think we'll say no to that one. I think it didn't quite work. So this whole cable is getting really hot, but look how thin these wires are. I mean, they are super fine. I really don't think these are quite up to the job. So I'm going to scrap this idea, and I'm going to use some 13 amp cable instead. Oh, a nice little mini. I like a mini. Right. So on this end of the cable I've got my super adapted little plug. This plug comes from a drone battery, and then on the other end I've got this plug, and I've just wrapped these wires around there like that just to see if it works. I'm going to insulate that with a little bit of budget tape like that, and I'll do it so they're apart like that, and that actually holds them apart, right? Now if you like this video, do please give me the thumbs up. Don't try this at home. Remember, I do this and blow things up so that you don't have to. Right, let's plug this in and see what happens. We'll plug this end in first. Okay, right, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens when I plug this in here. Well, there you go. Like I was saying, I blow things up so you don't have to.